Basketball may reign supreme in this state, but on this day, the Cards and the Cats on the gridiron for the vaunted Governor's Cup, and the attention of every blade of bluegrass will be right here. Welcome, everyone, to Louisville, Kentucky, L&N Stadium, home of the Cardinals. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Cardinals will kick it off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Kentucky's offense will go on the attack first. It was the Cardinals in a beatdown of the Cats in their last meeting.
These are two schools obviously playing in different conferences, but winning this game matters, especially on the recruiting trail. That really helped Louisville last season.
Yeah, and especially winning in that fashion. Like, we're talking about what rivalry? Like, we owe conference bragging rights. A lot of positives for Louisville a year ago.
Looking to throw on first down. Dumps it to the back. Spot in the defense. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down.
He's going to let it go. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit, when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Rushes on it. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Coverage team was down there to corral it. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So the Louisville Cardinals offense has the ball for the first time. He's only got a few games left to make that final impression on Heisman voters, but based on the season he's had so far, he's certainly run his way well into contention, David.
It's been unbelievable. It's been unbelievable to be a running back to impact the game this much. Consistently, week in, week out, take the physical pounding and still be elite. Finishing this season will go a long way to deciding whether he wins the Heisman, but so far, Palmer, I've been impressed.
Man, the durability is just something to behold. When you think back to former Heisman winners at the position, especially at Alabama, guys like Mark Ingram or Derrick Henry, that's what those guys had as well. They seemed to get better as games went on, but they also got better as the season went on, and that's what this guy's doing now.
And the Cardinals are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Watkins. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Finds his man. It's Messer. Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
The Cardinals are marching down the field.
6, 42, Spider. 4-2, Spider.
Looking for a crease. It's Cobb. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. And the Cardinals trying to cash it in on 1st and goal.
29.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it right, but if it's not open, just throw this.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Kentucky has it back in the big blue offense, takes the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Got it in the middle, it's Rodriguez. All right, guys, let's talk a little Kentucky. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise. Continuing to get louder and louder, having met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Bowling. Complete to the left. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
They can make this a 2-possession game with a field goal, but they want to put a little distance, a little... Converts on 4th down, still going. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Louisville!
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position.
The return is tackled down at the 22, and the Kentucky offense will take over.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting block. points, and they need to get something together with this possession. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that thing. You can tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got in the big play.
Fires to the big fella. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
On the double.
Back to throw. It's Bowling. Caught in the backfield. It's Pop. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll give it to the back. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. It's first down from the 37-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Messer. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle.
Ready up.
So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down.
Lasso.
They'll try to get it through the air. Caught behind the line. It's gone. Touchdown, Cardinals! Oh, that baby in and strong into the end zone for the score.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score. And
there he goes to the left. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40. Got room to work. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The play action fake. Catch in the middle, it's Gilmore. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Some crossing routes are designed to beat man coverage, and that one worked out pretty well in zone. Nice job by the QB and receiver being on the same page, finding a soft spot, and getting the completion.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing them to get the first down.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field And it slips just inside that right upright. There is a flag down on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, the offense will have to decide whether to take the points off the board. Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. The roughing call gives this offense a first down, and we'll see if they can take advantage of the second chance. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Rodriguez. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Surging forward on the sneak.
I know it's early, but you're down by a lot of points. You've got to go for it here on fourth down, David. I'm finding my best player offensively and giving him a shot.
And what you said is all the difference in the world. I'm already down a lot early. I got to make some things happen. This is a situation to get a touchdown. I'm going for it.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times on these goal-to-go situations. First and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interesting to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to a passing game?
These last 2 plays have just made you go, what are you doing? Third and goal, a chance to set it right. Trying to surge it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. It's a much-needed line for this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. If you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Louisville 21, Kentucky 7.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here's the return from inside his tent. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work.
On the set.
Looking for a gap. It's Cobb. On the move at the 30. Speeding down the left side. The 20. The 10. Running free. Going to the end zone. But way back behind. And there's a flag. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense. Declined and the touchdown stands. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hold. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And that will be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. These two first met in 1912, and both have a rich history of stars. Johnny Unitas, Lamar Jackson from Louisville, Bear Bryant, Tim Couch at Kentucky through the years. The rivalry is a great one, fellas.
That's a great list of people to think about in this rivalry. Obviously, it runs deep, and the uniforms are solid, right? Like bright red, blue on the other side, just a nice color clash.
Yeah, visually and optically, you're right. This is a very good-looking rivalry game, but it's also good on the field. There's a lot of talent assembled here today.
They'll go to the ground. Running to Green. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got his man downfield. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Leaves it with the running back. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Going deep. It's mid-stride inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now. You're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball. I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Absolutely perfect. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road, and I can trust this guy.
Nice job executing on the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Snagged in the middle. It's Messer. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels on 1st and 10. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. 2nd down after the offense recovered its own fumble. Looking for a man. It's Bowling. He lets one fly deep. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Looking downfield, it's Bowling. Grab near the marker. It's Stewart. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Cobb. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Cardinals racing to the line in a hurry-up. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Cobb. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Might be calling a hot route. He's looking to pass. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with this quarterback.
They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult, but you need your players to...
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The give to the lone running back. Got some room to run. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. looking to throw on first down. Looking deep down the right side. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Listen, end of the first half, that's exactly what you want to do. You don't care about the incompletion. You're chucking that thing up, trying to make a big play, trying to get the Hail Mary.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Wildcats and Cards.
Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to throw. It's Bowling. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. This is the 35. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Got it behind the line. It's Cobb. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The Cardinals want to move quickly.
On the play. Brings up third down.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Messer. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Cardinals are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. The quick out. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Well, I know everyone expected this guy to put up big numbers, but I don't know if anyone thought he could go for over 2,000 receiving yards on the year, but he did with that last catch. Wow.
The Cardinals in a good spot here with second and short. They'll run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
On the play. Offense facing fourth down.
And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a replay. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play.
Right. Single. Red 55.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. Let's see if they go back to the run here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, I thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end. You're expecting them to punt.
Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Wants to bring it back. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last. Turning it on! The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Makes the catch. It's Messer. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Second down.
Quick completion to the right. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything...
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Louisville. Neville taking command as the Cardinals stretch the lead.
Yeah, the Cardinals doing everything right. They're doing everything they need to do. They are looking down their noses at Kentucky right now, saying, we run this state.
And it looks like Louisville just has the most composure between the two teams in this game, right? They're not making as many mental errors, and that's starting to show up on the scoreboard.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Jet sweep headed to the edge. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Second down.
Really great job of awareness by the defense that time. They found the ball. They found the jet sweep. And how about the speed, being able to corral the ball carrier, get him down for a short gain.
On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Got a man. It's Washington.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a first down.
And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. From the gun, the running back, looking for room. There he goes. He now has 74 yards rushing so far in this one, and he's closing in on 1,200 for the season. And the Wildcats will line it up on 1st and 10.
Black 29 Bongo. Check.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Caught over the middle. It's Simmons. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Gonna run it. It's Wilcox. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And this one is perfect.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Moves.
To the air, it's Bowling. Fires to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
That's caught. It's Watkins. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Now, a 4th down.
Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, looking to pass. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got his man quickly. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They keep pushing forward. Now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get it down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down.
That's an outstanding effort by the defense. Backs against the wall. How about the play inside? That defensive line just tunneling down low. They're able to get the stop, and now they set up 4th and 1 on the goal line.
The kick is good.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. Had to settle for the field goal.
Louisville.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Takes the handoff. It's caught. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
Brings up 2nd down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
Kentucky, 16.
One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Power football with the run. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the
A lot of space. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. And the Cardinals with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinals! And that might be a dagger. They push the lead out, and they are now setting their sights on their 12th straight win. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making a play.
Breaks into the open. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. The Wildcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Got the back over the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the grab. It's Washington. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
It's a turnover on down.
6-9-1, Gators score!
Back to pass, it's Boley. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Cobb. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Cardinals moving quickly to the line. Quarterback may change this route. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Finds his tight end. Turns it on in midfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Okay, ready?
And the Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10.
Cricket.
Handoff to the lone back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
All right, let's get it. Right.
He'll pull it on the read. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. And now on 2nd down for this offense.
Let's go.
Leaves it with the back. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the way. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Hey, you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just trying to get behind the defense. Makes the grab at the 30. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
Ready, set.
They've really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Working that left side now. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Motion from the wideout. And from the corner on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So now it's 2nd and long. The lone back's got it. Plows through the defense. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. It's a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He stopped immediately. And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him a man. It's Washington.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw, it's Bowling. Pressure coming. Well, it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
Gonna take a shot. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the fourth quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
The Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. All wideouts, no backs. And back to the air on second down. Snagged out of the air. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Golden. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Here comes a 3rd down situation, and the defense has had no answer so far. Looking for a man. It's Bowling. A shot toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Number 17.
Some would say run the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
63. Kentucky.
On the run from inside his own 5.
The returner
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down.
will take over.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the 4th quarter. Maybe it was just in the cards as Louisville takes home this rivalry game, and they will bring the Governor's Cup home to the Ville. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.